Well, hello and welcome to the Late Break Show, Jonny Smith's show here in Manchester. We're in Manchester Central, which is an amazing venue. Look at that for a backdrop. Cars are still arriving. Betty is certainly the dirtiest car in the show. She got absolutely filthy on the drive here from Wales last night. We haven't got any cleaning gear, so she's staying dirty, but she's a well-travelled car. And she's looking very honest. We're going to go and see what's coming into the show because it's still setup time at the moment, so cars are still coming in. In fact, some are going to be driving past us right now. Porsche 911, we've got a Lancia Stratos here, Honda NSX 205 GTI, lots of Jimneys because I think Jonny Smith has gone down quite well in the Jimny circles because he owns one. Oh, that sounds very quiet. But also, oh no. Yeah, we'll ease away from that one. But yeah, Betty's here in the projects of the people. So this is just people who said, I would like to display my vehicle. So we'll have a look around. Now I'm sure there will be other YouTubers, there's a lot of YouTubers here, and I'm sure they will look at the more powerful cars that aren't of so much interest to HubNut. But look at this. It's a Daihatsu van, but it appears to have done the Mongol Rally. That is one of the toughest car events out there. Mostly vehicles don't come back from the Mongol Rally. They end up being so utterly destroyed that they end up going in the bin. So that's done very well to survive and get back. I just noticed the Sierra XR4i. We'll have a look at that later on. XJS V12. What have we got here? Caterham Super 7. It has got a V12 engine. I quite like this Harlequin style Golf estate. They were never a Harlequin officially, but this is quite nice. It's got the Vento front end on it as well from the saloon version, and yeah, I quite like that. Very nice Nissan Bluebird here, E30 Touring with the headlamp wipers. Lots of frantic cleaning going on, so maybe we should have come around later on. But if we go over here, look at this. Absolutely glorious Metro City. This is poverty spec back in the day. It's only got side indicators because they were mandatory. Earlier cities just had reflectors. And check out the beige interior. Splendid. HubNut sticker, good to see. Sorry for the flickering lights, I think they must be LED. So when I move the camera it upsets the style. Jonny Smith did a video on dragging this car out of a garage where it sat for many years. It was restored, but all the paint has started falling off it again. Very rare as a convertible, so that's good. We've got the 2EV here. This is an electric 2CV. I think using a kit by Mahari Club Cassis. Drag Aston Martin, again that's been on the Late Break Show. Jonny Smith went out in it. This is Jonny Smith's first car. His Volkswagen Beetle that he recently recommissioned and got back on the road again. So there's some history. Got DeLorean, I'm wondering if that's Mr. Furs. Colin Furs is the special guest this weekend. So that's quite the motor. And we've also got Johnny's Suzuki Jimny, which is recently ceramic coated and all that sort of thing. So yeah, that's all good. And look at this. This is actually a drag car, albeit a very, very tiny one. Look at this. A tiny little engine in it. I think I've seen videos of that going down Santa Pod. Look at that. Group A Ford Sierra Cosworth. Sounding quite racy. It's got Brock and Rouse. So Peter Brock, the Australian, and Andy Rouse. I wonder if that's been round Bathurst. This is Jonny Smith's Japanese taxis. Ford Sierra Cosworth's quite loud apparently. And his Dodge Charger as well. Oh my gosh, Riley Kestrel. Very modified. And look at that Bentley in the background. That's Honda's own Civic. Mr. Richard Porter, Sniff Petrol fame, that's his Land Rover. We've got Le Mans Bentleys of various eras. We've got a Razor blaring away in the background. A certain little Honda we might remember. a Yaris Grrr, Mr. Pop Bang Colour, artist extraordinaire, over here with perhaps the most colourful Chevrolet you will ever see. He does amazing work, and it's an amazing car. A modified Cactus, I think we saw that at one of the Retro Rides meets. Very, very stylish. We've got a G-Wagen, Celica GT4, Lotus Elise, Nissan Pow. So we just went to see Jonny Smith and have a chat with him while he's cleaning his Nissan Figaro. This was also built in the Pike factory on Nissan Mechanicals on the Micra. Yeah, that's a Nissan Pow.
I'm guessing it's based on.
We got TikTok going on.
I'm guessing the Nissan Pow inspired the Nissan Micra.
It was based on the Micra, but meant to look more retro. And it's got folding rear windows, like the front windows on a 2CV.
Oh.
So, fantastic things. Cinquecento here, another Dodge Charger MX-5. Very special Range Rover Cabriolet. This was owned by Queen. Roger Taylor and the management, I think, of Queen used this vehicle extensively. So there we go. Converted and sold from new by Townley Cross Country Vehicles. So there we go. That's certainly a bit different. And I think that's the best thing about this show. It's the variety on offer. It's just an extraordinary mix of vehicles. So we'll see what else we can find later on. We've got a Porsche 914 here. This is the mid-engine Porsche, the Volkswagen Porsche. It's the predecessor of the 924, really. Sold fairly well in America. And very colourful. So you got the flat 4 engine in the middle. They did do a few 916s with the flat 6 in the middle. And over here, Volkswagen Iltis, which I have a feeling the running gear of this was kind of inspiration for the Audi Quattro. So next to Betty, one of several we've got here, is the Honda E electric car, which is definitely one of the more interesting cars. It's not particularly good for interior space, not particularly good for range. It doesn't have proper door mirrors, but nonetheless it remains very, very interesting. A lovely piece of design. The interior is very nice on them as well. But look at this, Pooh! Essex registered Ford Sierra XR4i. They sort of gave them a unique split rear window here, and then of course the double wing on the back. 2.8 litre, I think, V6 Cologne engine. Just so very, very screaming 1980s. So yeah, some interesting stuff. This military truck, I don't even know what that is, but
and that's not your Sierra.
That's not my Sierra, hashtag. Well done. R129SL with the hard top in place. Very nice as well. Now here's a car that's going to divide opinion. Even Morgan has climbed on the SUV bandwagon with this. The what is it, the CX, is it? So yeah, you get a beefy roll cage, extra ground clearance, chunky all-terrain tyres. Is nothing sacred anymore. We do have a triple wiper moment though, so that's quite funky. A bit gloomy in here though. More chimneys, a little chimney camper there, look, with a rooftop tent. That's quite funky. The new Hyundai, I've forgotten the name of. The Ioniq 5, is it? This one looks to have some sort of wrap on it. Yeah, the styling of this is absolutely incredible. I think it's amazing. Is there a rear wiper? No, that's a disappointment. But yeah, when it comes to modern cars, this is my cup of tea. I just think it's a beautiful piece of design. Hyundai are absolutely on their game at the moment, I think. There's a Skoda something, I don't know what that is. This is the Kia version of the Ioniq 5, I think. That's a much nicer colour. And this is a remarkable bit of design as well. Look at that, it's almost evoking Ferrari GTO at the back there. So this is the EV6. By the look of it. Kia Proceed. But then we've got a Kia Ceed with a roll cage. Interesting. What's that all about?
Oh, it might be a sleeper.
It might be a sleeper. DS4 crossback and an enormous Mercedes-Benz, and an even bigger one because they've got a full-size articulated lorry here with a mid-lift, not a tag axle. Edition 2 is quite funky. That's a long way up.
Yeah.
And the Actros.
Big boy.
It is a big boy. And then we've got Polestar, and Polestar are doing an amazing thing. Effectively, Polestar is an offshoot of Volvo, I think. Chinese-owned Geely, but they're electric only. They're quite fantastic looking things. Gorgeous little mini Clubman here. Have a Clubman 1598. So what engine is that hiding?
Is it they changed the engine?
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's VTEC EO. It could be. There aren't many clues other than that subtle nod. Volkswagen T25 or T3, depending on where you're from. TVR Tuscan in many different colours. And yeah, here's the blower on the blower Bentley. That is extraordinary. Oh well, Peugeot 309. That's looking nice. GTI, we've got all the extra lamps on a GTI. On an F-Plate, is that a pre-facelift one? Oh yes it is, so it's got the earlier rear lights. That is a very, very rare sight. That is beautiful to see. Yeah, I think the TVR wins the colour award because it seems to be several. It seems to be yellow and purple all at the same time. That's magnificent. Spinning around, a Lotus, I don't even know what that is, and a very, very mean Beetle. We heard this coming in. It sounded very, very meaty. Is that a Subaru engine in there?
Well, it's got a turbo.
It's got a big ass turbo. That is impressive. Yeah, a little K truck. That's quite funky. It's alright, carry on. Don't worry, thank you. Yeah, that's going to be fun to watch later. But look at this, we've got the Ineos Grenadier. The prototype is on tour. So this is someone who was so saddened by the end of the Land Rover Defender that they designed their own replacement. And hopefully it will come into being fairly soon. First time I've seen one in the metal.
Yeah. They've made a brand new Land Rover Defender.
They pretty much have, yeah, that was very much their aim.
I mean,
Yes, impressive. Bit more practicality than a Land Rover because we've got a split tailgate at the back. And I'll be the first person to show you the rear wiper of an Ineos Grenadier. There we go. So yeah, very, very interesting to see that develop. Hopefully that will come into being. Starting a car company from scratch. Not very easy, but they're giving it a go. Also got the Alpines here, the A110s. They are beautiful looking cars, aren't they? I can't imagine there's a huge amount of profit in building such cars, but they're absolutely beautiful. Now here's quite a vehicle. This is the fastest shed in the world officially. It has done 101 miles an hour at Pendine Sands. It was a Volkswagen Passat, which is given away by the interior. Somewhat, now you can see it because it's a gloomy black Passat interior. But he installed an Audi RS4 engine to make it go a bit quicker. And it does actually hold the record for the fastest shed, which is nice. We're back at the Honda E again. Mini HubNut is demonstrating the reversing cameras, rear view mirror, cameras on the Honda E. Quite the dashboard going on. Very, very nice in there. Yeah, very stylish car. Rear wheel drive as well, I forgot to mention. So definitely a bit different.
so it could go drift track.
It could go drift track. Right, show's open now, but we're filming out a sequence. This is Jonny Smith's Nissan Figaro, based on the Nissan Micra. This is meant to be getting converted to electric at some point, but at the moment it has a 1 litre turbo 4-cylinder with a 3-speed automatic, and it's got a convertible roof. It's quite a funky little thing. And I'm kind of with Johnny on this one. I think this is a great candidate for an electric conversion because as they stand, they're not actually very nice to drive. The gearbox is dim-witted, the little turbo engine hasn't actually got very much power and doesn't sound particularly nice. So an electric conversion would be absolutely outstanding. But check out the interior on the Figaro, full of delicious retro touches. And this was built in the Pike factory by Nissan in Japan. They're the special factory for building these. Mini HubNut is quite taken by the radio controlled drift cars. Look at that tandem drifting.
But I won't want Christmas.
Oh dear, I can see this getting expensive. Beautiful stuff. There's some great car control. But this building is not the entire show. There is more. We're going to head out to the car park beneath and see what's lurking down there. So we're now in the rather atmospheric underground car park where we've got a Lamborghini Gallardo, pantograph wiper moment, Mazda MX-5, Porsche 924S. So 924S is the one that's got Porsche's own engine in it rather than the Volkswagen engine. Very, very nice. A Genesis. I don't even know what a Genesis is. I guess once you've made music for quite a long time, natural step is to move into cars. Reliant Scimitar. It's the, are they SE8s if they're convertibles? I forget. Rover Mini, BMW Mini, the MG ZT, Rover 200 BRM, although this is a 25, trying to be a BRM. I think it hasn't got the right interior.
I did this to annoy you.
Oh wow, it's got special racing tappets that go tick 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 tick. Fat dork cannon, shut up. Okay. And again, look, Rusty's Volkswagen Scirocco, Renault Twingo. Nice colourful interior moment. Look, it's in bed mode. Wonder if they slept in it. Pantograph wipe moment. What are you saying on YouTube?
Rusty's.
I think we can say that without getting in trouble. Honda Prelude of the 5th generation. An Infinity. Yeah. Another Hyundai Ioniq 5. Merc SL. This is fun. We just don't know what's about. I think we've walked the wrong way. No, we've got more cars. Porsche country and Lotus country. Yeah. You can like what you like, mate. Lovely Ford Anglia. Look at those lines. Sorry for the slightly flickery lights. Must be LEDs again. This camera doesn't like LEDs. There's another Yaris Grrr. In fact, they're everywhere. But this one's got a rusty wrap on it. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? I'll let you be the judge. It looks quite nicely done to me. And we'll go over here. We've got a 944. 089. Oh yeah, we saw a Range Rover with number plate 089. That's an earlier 944 with the wipers set like that. Abarth Fiat, TBR Chimera, there's the Toyota Supra. Yeah, is that your view on that, is it? Another Lotus Evora, hello, we've got some Australian content. HSV R8, so based on the Holden Commodore. So I do not have the only Australian car here. I think that's a VE Commodore base. FD RX7, TVR Griffith, little Mini poking its nose out, another Polestar, more Porsches, and another Honda E. Seem to be lots of Honda E's, lots of Jimneys floating around. Lotus Esprit Turbo. I drove a Lotus Esprit on ice once, which was exciting. There's a Plymouth of some sort, I believe. Trying to remember my roadkill correctly. He's had it. Nice BMW M3. Yeah, it's quite interesting down here. W124 Mercedes. I don't know if there's anything more this way. More Gur. Little Mini. Yeah, that's quite cute. I like that. I like Minis on 10s. Even if there's a very fat little 10s. And I think we've just slightly run out of car park. Oh, no. Here's a car we must see. It's the Alfa Romeo 164 that I tested. It's hiding all the way down here. Here she is. I believe she recently passed her MOT. So yeah, that was a fun car to drive, lurking here in the dark. But yeah, definitely one of the most beautiful Alfa Romeos for my money. Got a nice W124 Mercedes here. It's got a big beefy exhaust, debadged. We have no idea what's lurking in that one. 300D turbo. It's got a 6-speed gearbox in it. It's got water MEF injection on overboost, and it can do 150 miles an hour apparently. Blimey, you wouldn't know that from looking at it. Oh yeah, tiny little Panda. That's quite funky, next to another Jimny. And gorgeous Rover R8. It's a 3-door as well. These are quite rare. Oh look, it's Jono from Peak 2CV again. It's a 214S, so it hasn't even got fuel injection. That is deliciously miserable, and I like it very much. Let's go swinging around this way. I think we're running out of cars.
No, because you're going to get to mine.
Oh, is yours worth looking at?
Yes.
Really? Yeah. Ooh, Jetta. The Mark II Jetta's getting quite rare. Clio V6. Great, as long as you don't want to do a tight turn. Another Jimny. And some battered Zanti, I think, that's been parked very, very badly.
We're meant to be across two lanes. But you're not allowed anywhere near this because you're braking.
Well, yeah, it is true. It's nice to know I haven't got the dirtiest car here. Ooh, it's another Plymouth. Look at that. What?
You at least have tiny boots and
Oh yeah, that looks much better in there. Yeah, well done. Yeah, this beautiful Plymouth. What is it? Suburban. That is a funky looking thing. Another electric Hyundai. I do like what Hyundai are doing actually. Got an MG here, the 5 Estate electric, like what my dad's got. Peugeot 306 GTI 6, very much the one to have. And a little Up GTI. Quite like to try one of those. I think that would be jolly good fun. It's not a what?
Can't go fast.
What do you mean it can't go fast? Have you driven one?
No, but it can't go fast.
Why can't it go fast?
Because it's aerodynamics.
Well, the aerodynamics might be quite good. It's quite small. Now here's an interesting one. Yes, you're thinking Mark 1 Escort. Nothing unusual about that. Bubble arches, but you know, sometimes they do. But look at the number plate. 71 plate. This is a brand new Escort. It is built by a company called MST. They're based in North Wales. Jonny Smith has been to drive one of their cars. I don't think it was this one. I thought it was the Mark II. But yeah, got a modern engine, nice exposed timing belt on it, full-on throttle bodies, and like I say, brand new car. It's passed an IVA test, individual vehicle approval. So it's got to have things like side indicators. They look like they're from a Sierra, fittingly. But to all intents and purposes, brand new Escorts. So this is the Mark II, which I think Johnny did drive. So you can get them in various states, or you could just buy a brand new body shell, and then you can just build one yourself, rebody your Escort. So impressive stuff indeed.
I get asked this quite a lot. What would you be doing if you didn't do this for a living? You know, like cars, motoring journalism, whatever. The truth is, I think I would have been building ponds in people's back gardens, because I don't know why, but I'm really enthusiastic about that, even though I've never done it. So I might not be very good at it. Or
this sums up recent discussions in the pub quiz.
Captive breed sea creatures that are endangered in huge public aquariums, something like that. Again, quite a niche job.
Well, there's loud music, so I hope I'm not going to get blocked by that, but we've got Colin Furze is chatting to people, talking about his amazing contraptions. This DeLorean, it turns out, is not Colin's. Colin's is outside. This one was purchased by the owner, Miles, when he was in a school maths lesson. He spotted it on eBay in America, and he imported it, he restored it himself. He learnt an awful lot about cars. You can see all that on Johnny's channel. That is available for you to see. But Mr. Porter is here, busy chatting to people. Would love to have a chat myself, but as you can see, it's rather busy. All these people are here to say hello to Mr. Porter, Mr. Smith over there, doing selfies in front of the stage. They did an absolutely hilarious pub quiz. It was ridiculous. It ended up being more anecdotes than quiz. But if we head over here next to the Charger, what I hadn't picked up on is these are Jonny Smith's seats for his Austin Allegro. That is central line trim with Alcantara. Beautiful job done by Craig Hughes here. Done a lovely job. But yeah, these boys, these drift boys, have definitely caught Mini HubNut's attention. He now wants a little drift car. I'm loving the Skyline with the lights. That's great. And I think Mini HubNut likes that one as well. So yeah, it's been a great show. Really, really enjoyed it. So thanks to Johnny, Chops, his wife, for doing so much of the organising of this absolutely great show. It's been brilliant. And I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Farewell. We'll finish on this little friend. I still love it.